Dynasty fears, military pushback, and assassination rumors inside Zimbabwe's most volatile moment yet. Zimbabwe is already fragile. Political landscape has taken an even more dramatic turn, with explosive claims of a blocked succession plan, deepening military resistance, and chilling warnings of a possible assassination plot targeting Vice Constantino Chiwenga. At the center of the storm, once again, is President Emmerson Mnangagwa, and what critics are now calling a high-risk attempt to reshape power in both political and personal terms. But before going further, it's important to be clear. Many of the most serious elements of this story, especially the assassination plot and internal military decisions, it's still unverified. Still in Zimbabwe, have verified, because very difficult to verify something. Zvinotora kuda koti yose, but isitete kusvitsira inyaya. And because still in Zimbabwe's current climate, even allegations can shift the balance. So the alleged succession shock enda shown Mnangagwa, Muri Zimbabwe. According to circulating reports, Mnangagwa is exploring a controversial succession strategy, elevating his son, Sean Mnangagwa, into the vice presidency. If true, this would mark a major shift from political maneuvering to something closer to dynastic positioning. Why this matters? The vice presidency in Zimbabwe is not ceremonial. It is a launchpad for national leadership. Placing Sean in that role would position him as a potential successor, bypass traditional party and military hierarchies, redefine how power transitions are handled in Zambia. For critics, this crosses a line. Military pushback, the real power check. So, reports suggest that senior figures within the Zimbabwe Defense Forces have rejected this alleged plan outright. The reasons being cited are telling: no liberation war or military credentials, a key informal requirement for top leadership; risk to command structure stability; fear of institutional marginalization. Names like Kudakwashe Tagbirai have also been mentioned in discussions around influence and succession, though again without official confirmation. Why the military's opinion matters so much? Zimbabwe's political system cannot be fully understood without acknowledging one reality. The military is not just a security institution, it is a political actor. This was demonstrated clearly during the 2017 Zimbabwe military intervention, which brought Mnangagwa to power after the fall of Robert Mugabe. Since then, an informal balance has existed. Political leadership governs, military influence stabilizes or intervenes when necessary. Any move perceived to sideline that balance, especially through family-based succession, risks triggering resistance. Let's talk about my assassination claims: fact, fear, or psychological warfare. Perhaps the most alarming part of the current narrative is the claim of a plot to assassinate Chiwenga. According to circulating reports, the alleged method could involve interference with his aircraft. Comparisons have been made to the death of Solomon Mujuru, though under very different circumstances. Security around Chiwenga is reportedly on heightened alert. However, it must be stressed, there is no verified evidence from official security agencies confirming such a plot. Why these claims still matter? Even without confirmation, such claims are powerful. They can increase mistrust between factions, justify heightened security responses, raise the risk of preemptive actions. In politically tense environments, perception can be as dangerous as reality. The Politburo meeting, a potential flashpoint. All eyes now are on the latest meeting of ZANU-PF's Politburo. This is where internal disputes are confronted, strategic direction is decided, power dynamics are reviewed. Given the current tensions, analysts expect heated internal disagreements. And also, Mohadi, also angasiko Politburo meeting yanas. So right out analysts are but heated internal disagreements and possible attempts to assert authority. Signals of whether Mnangagwa will push ahead with controversial plans. Right, Tobatadzo Kapa KEB 3, Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3, still looms in the background. While the headlines focus on succession drama, the underlying issue remains unchanged. The push for constitutional amendment, kept 3, tied to the 2030 agenda. This is the thread connecting everything: political pages, media control, institutional pressure, now alleged succession planning. So, for supporters, it's about continuity and development. For critics, it's about control. Other developments adding to the tension. Several parallel events are compounding the already charged atmosphere. 1. The passing of Kenny Kaya. His death adds another moment of reflection within military and political circles, though details around national recognition remain pending. Right, the case ya Priska Mupfumira is number 2. Her release pending sentencing with movement restrictions highlights ongoing legal battles involving senior political figures. And then number 3, pressure on Cyril Ramaphosa. With the Palapala matter approaching a key moment, regional leadership itself is under scrutiny, adding another layer of uncertainty to Southern African politics. Mure Zimbabwe. Is our system in Zimbabwe under strain? When you step back, a pattern becomes clear: internal party fractures, military political tension, legal and economic controversy, rising use of narrative warfare, claims, counterclaims, leaks, etc. This is not just a political disagreement. It is a system under pressure from multiple directions at once. Right, getting better about my possible scenarios from here. Given the intensity of the moment, several paths could emerge. Strategic retreat. Mnangagwa could scale back controversial moves to ease tensions. Controlled escalation. Gradual sidelining of opponents continues without open confrontation. Number 3, sudden break. A decisive action, dismissal, arrest, or major announcement triggers rapid escalation. 4, internal compromise. A behind-the-scenes deal stabilizes the situation temporarily. The risk of miscalculation. What makes this moment particularly dangerous is the risk of misreading the situation. If one side underestimates the other's resolve, if rumors are treated as confirmed threats, if actions are taken based on fear rather than fact, then events can spiral quickly. Right, Taguvara, final thought: when power, family, and fear collide, Zimbabwe is entering a phase where 3 powerful forces are intersecting: political ambition, institutional power, especially the military, personal legacy, and family considerations. That combination is volatile in any country. In Zimbabwe's context, given its history, it is especially so. The coming days will not just determine political positions, they may define the direction of the state itself. And right now, the line between strategy and crisis is becoming dangerously thin. Mune Zimbabwe, tiripo pamuzinda wevanhu patokurukura dzese dzakakosha. Stay tuned, stay subscribed. Thank you for watching.